Good evening. I'm sorry for the trouble with the computer earlier. It wasn't uploading anything, but it's working now. I disabled the Wi-Fi and just primarily went over to the Ethernet, which seems to be more uh, efficiently. Oh, oops. Didn't know what that was. Screen background. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Hello. How are you doing? Okay. I guess I could go back to Romans 12, 9, and 10 again, since you're here officially. That's it. The first time wasn't official. I wasn't satisfied with the computer being partly down. So anyways, chapter 12, verse 9 and 10. I have an idea. How about, since I already read verse 9 and 10 and verse 20 and 21 of chapter 12, how about just read the whole chapter? All 21 verses. Okay? So we get a whole full context of what is going on in this chapter 12 of Romans. The subject matter is about Paul counsels the saints to present their bodies as a living sacrifice, to use their own grace-given gifts, and to live as saints should live. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. Verse 5. So we, being many, or one body in Christ, and every one member one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, or minister, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity, he that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Verse 9, let love be without dissimulation, abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good, be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints. Something's in my yard. I just heard a loud noise. It might be a deer. I'm not sure, but it's doing something to my fence. Oh, I don't have a flashlight. I don't know. It's a little scary though, because my window's open. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful, Amber. Okay, where was I? On verse 10, I guess. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, and honor preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality. Bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep. Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of condescend. I'm not sure what that means, condescend. Be not wise in conceits, recompense to no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men. Honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Does anybody do you have any questions yet about anything that I'm reading? Do you want me to stop at any certain point and discuss anything? Do you have anything you want to say? Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Verse 19 in chapter 12, I'll just sort of point that one out. Unless you want me to listen to you, Amber, and whoever else be on here tonight, to point out something of interest to them that they like. If not, I'll just proceed with this comment. Verse 19, chapter 12. is actually my favorite life verse. It's not my life verse, but it's one of my life verses. Um, One of my life verses, I'm not remembering where it's found right offhand, but I'll try to quote it, that all things work out for good to those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Now, verse 19 says, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Now, I think that is a very powerful and very deep, meaningful, more than ways you can possibly ever explain, um, of what that's talking about. I, to me, it's something supernatural because when you give vengeance unto the Lord to do basically the will of vengeance in the Lord's eyes of what he would put into judgment on a person or persons that may have wronged you. I think that eh, I could just give you an example of all sorts of things where people have wronged me in my life. And I'm not gloating, I'm not glorying in their troubles or problems, but I think that those are punishments, to tell you the truth, and that is vengeance from the Lord. And whenever something bad happens to me, I think to myself, Lord, why is that happening? And I remember something that I may have said or done wrong to my brother or sister or a loved one, a family member or a friend or even a stranger. And I think to myself, well, maybe that's God actually punishing me. Maybe this is what the verse is talking about. Verse 19, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. And I know we have police, law enforcement, and judges and court systems and all those things, and lawyers. I think I already said that. Um, those are good things to have. I think God has given us the the ability to appoint people with those abilities to also be of God's tool to avenge our troubles and not be um, a vengeful people um, of ourselves to those that have wronged us, but let them take care of it. If something has happened and it's completely out of your hands, uh, pray about it. Let the law deal with it, and go from there. And you'll see a blessing in your life, more peace and tranquility. I think more blessings and overall more peace in retrospect of everything, because instead of taking vengeance in your own hands and basically getting yourself in trouble, um, you're just being patient and long suffering. The Bible talks about long suffering, and so hope that makes sense of what I'm saying in chapter 12, verse 19. What do you think, Amber? Do you have any comment, Amber, or anyone else that may be here in the live chat? Did you fall asleep? Oh, Jonathan's so boring. Did you send a text message on the live chat? I don't see it. No, I don't. Sorry, Amber. Let me maybe refresh. Hopefully it doesn't kick us offline. No, I don't see anybody. I just see one person on here. And I believe it's you, Amber. So there's another person that's on the live chat watching, Amber. For some reason, it's not coming through on my side of the screen. I don't know. Yeah, is Mike Hawk still on here? And do you know who Mike Hawk is, Amber? I'm gonna refresh this really quick, my screen, and maybe it'll fix the problem. Let me try something else first. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna reload the site. Most likely, it's gonna kick us offline. I do apologize, but I'm trying to fix the problem so I can read your messages.